I'll tell you what it does.
Mm-hmm.
It being this, and if you can see what I'm holding here, and if you're just listening and not watching, I'll tell you, it kind of like we get the comparison to a checkout scanner or a Star Trek phaser. Like those are the comparisons that we get, but it's just very ergonomically, fits in the palm of your hand. But what the device does is it actually uses a unique algorithm that uses what we call your maximum voluntary contraction, your MVC. And using that maximum voluntary contraction, it has you squeeze it as hard as you can just to get your strength for the day, because all of our strength is different in the morning, in the evening, day by day, based on resilience and recovery. So it gets your calibration on your right hand, gets the calibration on the left hand. And then it has you do what we call isometric exercise. And isometric, of course, being the terms for equal measurement, meaning consider it like a wall sit or a plank or something where you're holding the exact same static position for a period of time. Optimal length for a plank, by the way, you know how long that is?
60 seconds?
120 seconds, 2 minutes.
Ooh, 2 minutes.
Perfect plank is 2 minutes. Any longer, you start to actually get diminishing returns. Anything shorter, and you don't actually maximize. Coincidentally, Zona actually uses 2-minute cycles as well.
Yeah.
So you get the calibration, and then it has you do 2 minutes on your right hand, 2 minutes on your left, and then repeat. So it's under 12 minutes. But what happens scientifically, and this is, I love the science, the nerdy stuff on this, because
the science is the thing. But technology. Can I just interject one thing for the audience? Is this is nowhere near as hard as a plank. No. So before you guys go running for the hills saying there's no flipping way I'm doing anything like a plank for 2 minutes, this is the thing you're going to sit on your couch and do, or at your desk, or well, not while you're driving, because you kind of have to pay attention, but but literally, like, you won't break a sweat. It doesn't hurt. It's remarkably not strenuous for the outcome that you get. So,
well, and our target audience, no, that's a great point, because our target audience, we find the majority of the people who buy this product are 55 plus. It's a true statement, and the older the person, the more targeted the demographic gets, and part of that is because hypertension tends to coincide with age. Yeah. And that's age-related hypertension. And, we see that just based on arteriosclerosis, right? Over time, the endothelial lining of the arteries ends up hardening. When that happens, what happens is that the endothelium actually regulates blood pressure in the body. When the endothelium hardens, it loses its ability to recognize that the blood pressure is elevated. So it's as if your body, think of it like a thermostat, right? If a thermostat doesn't realize it's hot in the house, it's not going to turn on the air conditioning. Correct. The endothelium works the exact same way. If it doesn't know the blood pressure is elevated, it doesn't do anything to regulate. So what happens is your body loses its ability to self-regulate because it loses its sensing mechanism to actually recognize the problem. And then blood pressure elevates. And what happens? Standard of care for any physician is if you walk in with elevated blood pressure, you will be recommended to go on some kind of antihypertensive. Yep. And it is standard of care, meaning... At least one. Correct. My mom was on 5 at one point. My grandfather, who recently passed away, was on 5. Yeah. And it blows my mind. 5 medications to regulate blood pressure. For the same thing. And the side effects just all over the place. And 100%. Eventually he ended up dying because his kidneys gave out. Well, because they were exhausted. Yeah, exactly. And so you get into these types of situations where people age, they don't realize it. We've, as a society, I would say, just accepted some things are just normal. I'm older, my blood pressure went up. That's normal. Well, your doctor, unfortunately, your doctor will often say to you, it's part of aging. It's all good. Absolutely. Just take this medication.